This is Life in the 1900s newspapers, where you will see and hear what made it to the newspapers in the past. Today's issue is the Seattle Post-Intelligencer from Seattle, Washington, dated April 2nd, 1910. Our first article is about a couple of fellers that should go to the hooskow. Hooskow was a 1910 slang for jailhouse. Bride's plea saves her wedding gifts. San Francisco, April 1st. Dr. Thomas F. Gleason and his bride of a day, with the former sister Miss Anita Gleason, were compelled to witness the looting of their home this afternoon while tied hand and foot to bedposts. They implored the two robbers, who had bound them, to spare their wedding presents. The robbers, after gathering the silver wedding gifts in a sack, relented at Gleason's plea and left the sack in the hall. They secured $110. Take a Kodak with you tomorrow. Make pictures of the scenes that pleased you and make them sure and satisfactory with a Kodak. We can equip you for the occasion in a manner that will mean success to your outing. All sizes of Kodaks and cameras in stock. Fresh supplies at all times. Lohman and Hanford Company. The Perry, a Sunday dinner that you'll enjoy. Joe's dishes, far famed for their delicious qualities, will again be set before the guests of the Perry tomorrow evening from 6 to 8:30 o'clock. The appetizing flavor of these table d'hôte meals, with their tender, juicy meats and many delicacies, take one back to childhood days at home. Orchestra music. M. Fralicardi, director. This feature will add spice to the occasion. The price is $1 a plate. This is an invitation to you. The Perry Hotel. J. Guerreri, manager. Madison and Boren Street. Levi Strauss & Company's overalls. Strong, durable, comfortable garments for working men. Here's an article that's still true today. Man and his dog. The devotion of the dog to man is one of the most remarkable things in nature. It has stood up as the type and illustration of unselfish fidelity. It has inspired noble poetry. Yet, the devotion of the dog to man is only half the story. The affection of man has well repaid the affection of the dog. Love me, love my dog is no jest. What an astonishing number of estrangements, of feuds, have had their origin in the injuries done to dogs. The dog sits by the fire in the house, a member of the family, growling at the sounds of people without, people who do not belong to those who sit by the fire with the dog, people to be regarded with suspicion until they have proved themselves. If one of them touches you, the dog flies at him. There is a fight. But if one of them touches the dog to harm it, there is a fight with you in it. The fidelity and devotion of man to the dog is one of the most remarkable things in nature. If the dog could write poetry, the unselfish affection of man for the dog, no doubt, would be celebrated in deathless dog verse. In 1910, when people thought something was funny, they called it chucklesome. So, here's some chucklesome articles for you. Comedy of life. Cook. I'll be leavin' yez, mum. Mistress, very well, Bridget. Keep to the right. Incoming cooks, keep to the left. The complete disguise. Customer, I'm going to a masked ball and I want something that will completely disguise me. Customer, certainly, sir. I will give you something nice. A leaning to art. Which do you prefer, art or nature? Art, replied Mr. Crosslots. The pictures in the gardening magazines always look better than what comes up from the seeds you buy. In 1910 slang, a very wise person was called a beezer. I think Mark Twain was one of those beezers. "12 minutes saved. Experience," said Mark Twain in the smoking room of the Bermudian, "makes us wise, but also makes us hard. Consider the old experienced man in the busy restaurant. He took a seat, looked around him, and pointing to a well-dressed gentleman who had not yet been served, he said to the waiter, 'Waiter, how long has that gentleman been here?' 'About 12 minutes, sir.' 'What's his order?' 'Porterhouse and French fried, sir, with mince pie and coffee to come.' The old man, hardened by experience, slipped a quarter in the waiter's hand. 'Waiter,' he said, 'I'm in a hurry. Put on another porterhouse and bring me his.' Not as poor as he looked. With a bank book in his pocket which showed deposits aggregating $8,700 in the Canadian Bank of Commerce, Peter Lee, a Norwegian, was found asleep in a Main Street saloon last night by the police, who sent him to the station. Lee also had nearly $20 in cash and some valuable jewelry. He had just come down from Alaska and started out to see the town. Wine, Woman, and Song. Bonita, said to be one of the most beautiful actresses on the stage and who will be surrounded by a large company of comedians, singers, and dancers, opens at the Grand tomorrow afternoon in a musical comedy review entitled Wine, Woman, and Song. In Wine, Woman, and Song, there are many hearty laughs, a fabulous glory of costumes, much catchy music, and a host of pretty girls. It is a sparkling musical offering that will be a pleasure to all who favor this kind of presentation. Peachy keen was used to describe somebody who was attractive and likable. One of the most peachy keen ladies of the day was Miss Mabel Normand.
Oh, Nellie!
Another slang word of the day that still might be used in some places is grifter. A grifter is a con artist. Check out this next article, and I think you would agree this guy was definitely a grifter. Grocer mourns for stranger's check. Everett, April 1st. Elated over an order of $125 worth of groceries for a logging camp which does not exist. A.B. Chandler, a local grocer, cashed a $40 check for the well-dressed stranger who had given him the order and retained $20 to apply on the bill. When Mr. Chandler found that there is no such logging camp as named by the stranger, he went to the bank and found that the $40 check was worthless.